we are up and running. Janet, how you doing? Good to see you. Royce is on with us. Royce, good to see you. Carolyn, good evening to you. Lenora is on. Good to see you. Pearlette, I am working late. Yeah, I am working late. Um, Gloria, good evening to you. Linda is on. Matt is on with us. Good evening, Matt. Thank you for joining us. Sheila is on. Dante, greetings and salutations to you. Aisha says, hey, hey. Ethel says, hello. Good to see you, Mark. Thank you for joining us. TNT, thank you for joining us. Tanya Scott Green, hello, good to see you. And Lamarck is on, good to see you. Sister Barbara Foster, thank you for joining us. Anna, hello, good to see you. Jacqueline, my grandkids' grandmama, good to see you as well. Tanya is on with us. Moselle is on from St. Helena Island. Maria is on. Good evening. Thank you for joining us as well. And good always to see T. Tom as well. Judy, good evening to you. Thank you for joining us. E. Joyce Paris is on. Terry is on. Good to see you. Good to see Des Duval. Good to see you, Des. Appreciate you joining us. And of course, the awesome Glenda Jones is on with us. Paula, good to see you. And of course, Pam Mines, who is my cousin's wife. Good to see you, Pam. Thank you for joining us as well. And when are you going to come on and talk about, when we going to get on and talk about what you're doing out there? Good to see you, Joy. Denise is on. Patricia, thank you so much. Margarita, good evening to you. Dana, happy Friday to you. And to Molly Lieberman, I will get to you in a moment. Good to see my cousin Perry is on. Perry is on. Good to see you. Sheila is getting her booster tomorrow. Glad about that. Joan, happy Friday date night to you. Debbie Williams Walker. Debbie Williams Walker. Carolyn Bryan is on. Good to see you. Sandra, hello. Latasha, I am doing well. Stephen, good to see you. Sir Shauna is on with us. Katrina is on. Thank you so much as well. And Katina is on. Wow, good to see you as well. Alicia, you're supposed to send me the information. I need to get in there. And of course, good to see Renee on. Renee, your name has changed now, so I'm not going to tell them what your last name is, but she is a real person, and she is gorgeous, and she is married, and I was glad to be with her with that. Matter of fact, Renee, I got to tell you something when you get a chance. So, Barbara, good to see you. Cheryl, I am doing well. It's good to see Tammy Brown on. Pastor Bullock, thank you for joining us. Sunshine Tammy is on with us. Regina is on with us as well. And Pam, well, it's fine. So, Perry, when you get a chance, Perry, I want you to come on and talk about JP's Law. Takoa, thank you for joining us. Trika, good to see you as well. And Tanya, thank you very much. Andre, good to see you, sir. Thank you for joining us. Condolita is on with us. LaMonica is on with us. Hello, LaMonica. Sadie is on with us. D. Williams is on. Hello, Jacqueline. Good to see you. Thank you so much for joining us. B. Michelle is on with us today. So we are cooking with grease this evening. Karen is on. Good evening, and always good to see Sarah Stevens, Liberty County and Liberty City's finest, and she got her Moderna booster today. And Aunt Ollie is on as well. Thank you so much. Margie is on with us. Linda, hello. Good to see you as well. And Karina, hello. And of course, it's always great to see the awesome Bishop herself, Jacqueline Gilbert Grant. And I think we are supposed to connect soon. Good to see also the Reverend Thurman Neal Tillman, pastor of the First African Baptist Church. And I was happy to see you today. Sarita is on and Gloria is on. Barbara, hello. Lawana is on. So we have two Tillmans on with us today. And we're glad, again, that so many of you are joining us. Glad to just see all of you. And Bishop Jacqueline Grant is with the Sanctuary of Praise in Garden City, but we try to call it Savannah. Good to see the awesome artist herself, Brittany Curry. And I was happy to see her kind of by accident, but she is an awesome artist extraordinaire, and so we are always happy to see her. Tia, good evening to you. Sharon is on all the way from Midway, so we're glad to see you. And of course, the awesome Linda Wilder Bryant, the alderwoman from the 3rd District. It is always good to see you, ma'am, and I was happy to see you today. Camila is on. Happy Good Friday to you. And of course, one of my faves, Judy Jones, is on with us. Good evening. Thank you so much for joining us. So we appreciate that and all of you coming on. Ivania is on with us. And of course, everyone's favorite animal activist, Carol, is on. Thank you, Carol, for joining us. And again, we appreciate you being on. And we appreciate you. We have Barbara Kaufman on, so we're happy to see Barbara on with us as well. We appreciate that and appreciate you being with us. So we'll go ahead and we'll get kicked off in just a moment, and we will see what we're going to talk about today. And it's always a lot to talk about, always a lot to talk about. So Tabitha is on with us. Good to see you, Tabitha. And Carolyn, thank you for joining us. Letitia is on. Hello back to you. And I am glad that you have joined us. Yes. So I am obviously in a little different place. Good to see you safely. Patricia is talking to Linda, so I need to get out of. Oh, she's talking to Linda Wilder Bryan. Good to see Dami from Augusta. Well, I appreciate that. I love Augusta, and you have an awesome mayor in Mayor Hardy Davis, my brother and my friend. So I appreciate from Richmond County, known as Augusta. Thank you so much. Elise is on with us, and we appreciate her being on. And Gloria is on, and Crystal Kaufman is on. So we have two Tillmans, and we have two Tillmans, and we have two Kaufmans on. So we're moving on. We're doing well as well as Lynette has joined us. So we're glad to have you, Lynette, on with us. And so somebody said that they didn't think that we were going to do this today. I mean, I was running a little bit late, but yeah. And Sherelle, hello. Good to see you as well. And glad to see Sharon Aiken is on. And Sharon Aiken is in Facebook jail, y'all. So y'all say a prayer for Sharon Aiken. Sharon Aiken is in Facebook jail. And so put some money on her book, and hopefully she'll get out. She be saying stuff that gets her in Facebook jail. And so she's back in jail again. She is a repeat offender. And so y'all just, put something on her book until she's able to get out. And David, good to see you. Yes, I am still here. Working on getting away. Good to see you. Vicky from Guyton, thank you for joining us. Leslie, good to see you. And I hope we have a date together soon. I hope that is now confirmed. Good to see you, Brother Keith. Thank you for joining us. Hello. And Brittany Edwards says, I am her favorite person. I appreciate that. Are you talking about me, or are you talking about somebody else? I don't know about that. But good to see always Gloria Lloyd on with us. Madame, thank you so much. Kathy is on with us as well. Joanne is on. We appreciate that. Let's see. Who else? Who else? Who else? Um, Let me see. Who else? Kathy and Joanne. And the Maynard sisters are on. So this is the dynamic duo sisters of community service, Carmelita and Altheria. Good to see both of you. Thank you for joining us. Cynthia Moore is on. Chastity is on as well. Shantae, all the way from Liberty County, the Queen of Liberty. She is on. Good to see you. And Patty, thank you so much. Glad to see you. Thanks for joining us. And let me see. Maria is going to send Sharon some coins for commissary. Um, Sunshine Tammy's waiting on her date. For what? What are you talking about? Sherelle, thank you so much as well. And good to see Loretta on, and Jeff is on as well. And Leslie says it's been handled. And Brittany says, I am her favorite person. Thank you so much. Keep me in your prayers. Erica, thank you so much. So let's go ahead. Let's get into it. If it's Friday in Savannah, if it's Friday in a beautiful evening in Savannah, and you really don't have any place you have to be, then you are here with me and Terry Mobley, who has joined us. It is Friday, October the 22nd, 2021. And yes, we are here again. Antoinette is here with us. It is time for Friday Night Live, our date night. Good to see you, Mary. Good to see you, Iron Bull. Thank you so much for joining us. Yes, we are here again. If we are here, that meant that we have made it 7 whole days from the time that we last got together. So we appreciate you. We celebrate the fact that we make it. We do not despise small beginnings. Sometimes it just takes all we can to make it through one day. So if we could make it through 7, if we could put 7 one days together, we've made it through a week. And so we are celebrating the fact that we've made it through a week. Gloria, thank you so much for joining us as well. And so we can't stop. I was with some family and friends a little while ago, and we were eating some really, really good food. I really enjoyed being with them, and it was great talking. I hadn't seen them in a while, but I had to go because it was getting near 8:30, and I got a situationship. I have an entanglement that I can't get out of. I mean, we can't stop. This is week number 83. 83 weeks, 83 straight weeks since March 20th of 2020. 83 straight weeks on Friday. Come rain, snow, cold, hot, or holiday, we have been together. I think that is a relationship. Week number 83, we're together. And so I had to get to where I could be so I could be in place when it was our time to get together. We had to do this. So yeah, I'm working a little bit. Good to see Snowy and Lisa. So good to see both of you as well. So yes, here we are on Friday, week 83. We can't stop. What's wrong with us? What is wrong with us? We can't stop. We like each other. We in love. And so I appreciate that. Carolyn, thank you for encouraging everybody to get vaccinated. I want to remind all of us that we are Savannah strong. And then when we have people like Angie from the DMV here as well, we in this thing. We're in this thing together. So a couple of things we want to do before we get into it tonight. Good to see you, Selma. Thank you for joining us. And we're going to keep going as long as we're mutually beneficial in this. As long as we good for each other, hey, we're gonna be together. And so we're gonna continue to do this. So week number 83, we are still rocking and rolling. Seriously, 582 days we have been in this relationship. Angie from the DMV got her booster shot, and we're happy about that. So first thing I want you to do, as always, I want you, make sure that you are liking this page. We are over 34,000 people. Make sure you like the page. The second thing I want you to do, share the video, because we're not selfish in our situationship. We want other people because we recognize that the more of us, the merrier it is. So we do not mind that. We are still here. And so we're celebrating that. So before I get into what I really want to talk about tonight, Ted, thank you so much. Our numbers are getting better. Our numbers are getting better. Our indexes are starting to go down, and I'll talk a little bit more about that in a minute. But first, I wanted to make sure that I took a moment. Good to see you, Mario and Cynthia as well. And Shauna is at the game of Windsor Forest and Johnson. But I wanted to take a moment. This week we lost one of our date night family. You would hear me say that we had two Tillmans and two Kaufmans, but we always had three Liebermans. And Bruce Lieberman left us this week. And so to his wife, Marcia, and particularly to his daughter, Molly, and everybody knows Molly is always on with us. Bruce was actually from up north, but he was a composer, he was a pianist, he was a conductor, and because of Molly, him and Marcia found their way to Savannah, and we loved them in Savannah. And I will tell you this much, Michelle, good to see you. As you all know, Bruce Lieberman would be on, shouting us out every single Friday night. And please, I think Molly is on tonight. So, Molly, I want to send our thoughts and prayers to you, your mom, and your awesome man, smart, brilliant man, very cool dude. And so let us send some love out um, to Marcia and to Molly, to their daughter and sister, in the passing of our great friend Bruce Lieberman. So I want to take a moment, if you will mind. I want to do a moment of silence for our friend, because he was a part of our date night family. So let's do a moment of silence, please. Thank you so much, and may the life and the legacy and the memory of Bruce Lieberman be a blessing. And again, giving much love to his family. And I just appreciate Bruce for being a part of our date night family. So I wanted to make sure we put that out there. And so, if Molly, if you're on, sweetie, know that your date night family, we are with you, and we are standing with you. Um, you know, Death is so unfair. Death is so inconvenient. But we get through it by getting through it together. So we are standing with you because Mr. Bruce was a part of us. And so I will miss him. I will miss him, to make sure that you all got on date night on time. Because when I didn't find Molly, couldn't find Marsha, you know, Bruce would make them report in. So we appreciate that, and so we're going to definitely miss him around here. So thank you again so much. Um, the next thing that we do is that we take a moment to show some love, and we show some respect, and we show um, definitely a whole lot of a whole lot of power to our girl Tara, And so, as you know, every Friday, we are sending up thoughts and prayers because we believe that thoughts and prayers work. Matter of fact, we know they work. And so that is why we are sending out thoughts and prayers to our girl Tara. And so, if you would be so kind to join me, I'm at a little different computer, so I have to do it a little differently. But if you would just join me as we send out our love in our way to our girl Tara, let her know that we are thinking of her, praying for her, and that we all are Tara strong. So if you would join me as well to shoot that out for our girl Tara. And again, Tara, if you're on, you are still, we're with you. So I want to put that out there as well. Um, so what I want to talk about today, and I promise I won't keep you too long, but is really well. Let me go back. Well, this week it's been a lot of. Oh, okay. Wait. So Marsha is on. So Marsha, mom, sending out love to you, sweetheart. Um, know that we are with you, and know that you have an adopted family of several hundred strong that love Mr. Bruce, even if we did not meet him. The fact of the matter is, we're all in this together. So just know that we are definitely with you, and you're in our thoughts and prayers. And thank you so much, even in the midst of what you must be going through, for joining us. I know that Bruce would get a kick out of that much. So thank you so much. And as he would say, it's nice to have you around. Thank you. Um, so what has really been bothering me lately, it's bothered the crap out of me, really is um, the gun violence. And we've had these incidents, and it just seems like lately it's been more pervasive as it's been happening. I mean, we had the shooting out in Jennifer Ross Park. You basically had a football game and a soccer game going on side by side. And after the football game was over, uh, people unrelated to the game, as I understand it, there was some type of issue, and someone shot somebody in the parking lot, and a person ended up dead. Um, you know, that kind of stuff. Then the other night in Forsyth Park, I think it was Wednesday night. Um, you know, they were in Forsyth Park in the basketball court, and something unrelated to people playing basketball. Um, you know, crazy stuff. And then um, somebody you get into something, somebody shoots somebody, and a person ends up dead. Then I heard even last night at Bethesda, which is not even the city of Savannah. Uh, we had another situation of somebody with a gun, waving a gun, and you know, the person was caught. Fortunately, no one was hurt. Um, and to be honest with you, uh, it is sad. It's disappointing um, because it's tragic that we had a virus trying to kill us, but then we would turn around and kill ourselves. I don't get it. I don't get the need for us. And good to see you, Annette Mitchell, and I'm glad that you're here. It's okay that you're late. I'll give you a hall pass. You can be late this time. But it bothers me because we say we want things, but we're not willing to do what it takes to get there. We have a country, a society where guns are everywhere, certainly in Georgia. but then we are amazed when guns show up everywhere. It is easier to obtain a gun oftentimes than it is to obtain a driver's license. It's easier to obtain a stolen gun than it is to obtain a legal gun. And you take that situation along with people who do not to deal with conflict, and then dangerous things happen. Good to see you, Faye. Thank you for joining us. I don't get it. I don't understand it. Mickey, what are you talking about? The Power Blacks keep its flavor in our own. What are you talking about? But but the point of the matter is this: people will say, "Well, it's because people are poor." It might be a contributing cause, but it's not the cause because people have been poor forever. And just because you're poor, or just because you are, you lack resources, it does not mean that you pull out a gun and kill people. There are people here, Regina, I'll get to that in a minute. There are people on this feed. They might be blessed now. Shakia, good to see you. But they didn't always have what they had now. Good to see you. Who's that? Obi Williams from Augusta. Good to see you. Thank you for joining us, and I'm glad your daughter is watching. But are you uneducated? Or you're not employed? I mean, good to see you, Carolyn. And I don't get it. That there is this, that I'm going to deal with this by using a gun. And we know that guns are not the way. I keep referring, because I can only refer to my frame of reference. When we were growing up, if we had an issue, we fought. And there were people, we could fight another day. And, these are not kids. These are adults that are engaged in this type of behavior. Now, let me go back to the gun show. It's good to see you, Your Honor. Thank you so much for joining us. Also, the Honorable Cynthia Elaine Jenkins, Mayor Pro Tem of Newnan, Georgia. Good to see you as well. But Mickey Miller, schools need to be closed because people were dying. That's why we closed schools. And schools were closed all over the country. I mean, we weren't having shootings just because schools closed. I mean, I reject that argument. The fact of the matter was schools need to be closed because we didn't know how to deal with an airborne disease that was killing people. We didn't have a vaccine or anything else. Schools needed to be closed. Now, was it inconvenient? Yes. Yes, it was inconvenient. Was it difficult? Yes. But that wasn't the reason why people were killing each other. People were killing each other before and since. Now, let me go ahead and deal with the gun shows. A couple of years ago, I remember, we tried to forbid gun shows in the Savannah Civic Center. And there is a state law that says that public buildings cannot discriminate. Essentially, we cannot stop gun shows from coming into of publicly owned buildings. And so that's the reason why we still have gun shows. We haven't had them lately because our building has been closed, but they're still all over the place. I mean, and gun shows are part. I mean, I think the issue is really, I don't think the issue is really gun shows like that, because usually at gun shows you have legal owners. You know, if I want to carry an illegal gun, I'm not going to go to a gun show to get it. But I will tell you what happens a lot. What happens a lot is that the guns are stolen. Good to see you, Pastor Dumas. Thank you for joining us. Good to see you, Deanna. Thank you so much for joining us. But the guns are stolen. Hello, Annette. And they steal the guns from your house because we don't secure our weapons. Again, I am, and people will say I'm not, I believe in the Second Amendment, the right to bear arms. Yes. And for those of you who know my background, I have a law enforcement background, and I have been known to carry. I'm going to protect myself, my property, and those I love. But there is a responsibility of the gun owner to ensure that the gun is secure. My father was in law enforcement, and when he was in law enforcement, he had his gun, and he had a gun lock that went on the gun, and then he secured the gun somewhere else for years. We didn't know where it was. Finally, one day I figured out where it was when I was a kid. I mean, but it was a lot of effort. Or you have the guns in your car, and you think that because you put it in the glove compartment, that's not the first place people are going to look when they break into your car. Or because you have it in a console, you know, that people are not going to look for it. Or because you have it underneath the seat. And I will tell you, hey, C. Nicole, that is where they get the guns from. They steal legal guns. So the first thing we have to do is to make sure that we make guns harder to acquire. And so I'm asking all of you, please, if you have a weapon, you know, make sure that you do all you can to secure your weapon. If that means locking it up, putting a lock on it. I mean, at one point we were giving out free gun locks. If you need a gun lock, let us know. We'll find you a gun lock. But making sure that you don't leave your gun in your car. Because again, what we find now is when people are breaking into houses, they are breaking into houses looking for guns. They don't want your TV. They don't want your jewelry. They want your guns. And that's what they're looking for. So help us to make it harder for people to be able to do that. So one thing deals with the supply. The second part of it, really, in my mind, again, this is just me talking, deals with the attitude that I can't walk away from beef. Now, again, this is all over the country. So, and fortunately, although Savannah has had our fair share of challenges as it relates to gun violence, you know, there are a lot of cities our size and larger that have much more difficult challenges. We do. So we have our challenges, but it has to be a change in how we think. That I have to have the courage, if I'm in an altercation, to be able to walk away. Now, our research here locally is this. Our gun crimes are not random. That's why Savannah is safe. They're not random crimes. It's not somebody kind of indiscriminately just shooting or robbing somebody. It doesn't happen like that here. Although it appears the one in Bethesda last night, which is in Chatham County, is more random. But, you know, ours are with people who know each other. Call it for what it is. They know each other. Oftentimes, it's black males, young black males, usually under the age of 30. And there is a beef about something, usually 4 things. It's beef about money, it's beef about drugs, is beef about a woman, or some type of issue of disrespect. You disrespected me. All right? Iron Bull, thank you very much. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. As soon as I get it, I'll put it out. But that's what the issues are. And so for me, how I try to stay out of trouble, good to see you, Patricia West. The way I stay out of this, hey Gina, good to see you, is that I don't mess with nobody's money. I don't mess with nobody's drugs. I don't mess with nobody's woman. And if I have beef with you, most times I'm going to walk away. Because it's not worth it to be able to maintain some level of self-respect to get into some altercation with you over you dissing me. If I did, a whole lot of people will be shot up right now because, as you see, I'm often the victim of a whole lot of disrespect. It is what it is. But I've learned, for me, that sticks and stones may break my bones, but your words can never hurt me. You can't. Good to see my auntie on. Good to see you, auntie. Good to see you. And so we have to change the way, 2 things. One is the way that we think. Also the way that our children think. Because if we're teaching them to engage and you don't know what you're engaging, it creates an issue. Sometimes you just got to de-escalate it and walk away. You know? Iron Bull, I feel you in a relationship. I deal with that. Shauna, ask me that question in a minute. So we have to teach that better. The other thing that I think is really important is the fact that, again, people in our community, and we know who they are. We know who the hotheads are. We know who's out there carrying weapons. You know them. They're our sons and they're our daughters. We have to do the right thing, de-escalate. Because the problem is this. There's a point at which there is a decision made to deal with this situation through the means of a gun. The second part is the execution of that decision. So one is the decision, I'm going to kill him. And then the second part is a chance in which I actually do it. And so we have to get in between the decision and carrying out that decision. Good to see the Honorable Gene Harley on from Port Wentworth. Good to see you, sir. No, Port Wentworth. No, you're from Bloomingdale. I think you're from Bloomingdale. Good to see you, sir. Thank you for joining us. And so that's the deal. And we have to be willing. Hey, Tiffany, good to see you. Thanks for joining us. We have to be willing, y'all, to proactively get in the middle of some of these things. And I mean, when I say get in the middle, don't necessarily physically get in the middle. But if there's someone that if something we know is getting ready to go down, because in some of these cases, I mean, we're hearing about situations where it was like, you know what? I'm going to deal with him. And so everybody on the street knows that there's this beef here, but nobody says anything, but then everybody is outraged when it happens. But you knew. I go on some of these scenes and people are just telling me all of 911, oh yeah, oh he been said he was going to kill him. What you mean? Dr. Charles Etta Blake, thank you for joining us. What do you mean? How is it that everybody in the whole neighborhood, everybody in the whole community knew that they were looking for dude and nobody said anything, but then when it happens, everybody's on here, this is wrong. This must stop. You had the opportunity to stop it and you did nothing. That if you could not get in the middle of it yourself, Kiana, good to see you. That if you couldn't get in contact or get in the middle of it to de-escalate it, that you could contact somebody to say, hey, you know what? This is a little rough out here and we need your help. And that could be police. That could be anybody. It's great to see Coach Cassell Bell. I'm sure she's at a football game right now as well. So as a violent crime task force. Well, keep in mind again that proactive measures is based on information, is based on intelligence. We get intelligence from people. From somebody just being able to say, hey, you know what, Greta, thank you for praying for me. For being able to say, you know what, so-and-so is walking around, they have a gun, and he's saying he's going to kill somebody. That is enough proactive information for us to engage and help to de-escalate that. But we don't say anything. The Savannah Police Department, hey, Vanessa, good to see you. It's rains and reball week in Jacksonville. Oh, yeah, it's going to go down. But that's what I'm saying. The Savannah Police Department is one of the best police departments in this nation. We have over an 80% clearance rate on these shootings. Thank you, Pamela West. I appreciate you. You know, we have, I mean, if you commit a crime with a gun, we're going to catch you. And lately, we have been catching them on the scene or within seconds, which shows us that our patrolling is getting better. Hey, Lloyd, I appreciate that, brother. Good evening. It's good to see you, Dr. Priscilla. So, I mean, if we're tired of this happening, we cannot be passive observers on the sidelines of life and then decide that we want to fire the coach when we lose the game. Public safety is all of our responsibilities. And I know some of y'all know all kinds of stuff. Y'all know. I mean, I look at some of y'all stuff. Y'all know. And I'm saying that this is going down. And you're not saying anything. How much better that makes you? Does it make you much better? I want our community to be proactive enough. And the thing is, if we're sick and tired, then we have to be sick and tired to do something. How sick and tired are we? We're not Chicago, we're not Atlanta, we're not a lot of these cities that have a whole bunch of these random things going on, but we have the opportunity within us to be able to do something. And I'm saying, rather than gossiping about it on Instagram and Facebook and TikTok, why don't you help us to be a part about that? Because you don't want to get involved. But then you want to say that this is not happening. It's not being a snitch. It's called cooperating with the authorities. It's not being a snitch. It's saying that I care enough about somebody's life that I'm going to get involved. Because if some of you had snitched, there might be some people who might still be alive. Good to see my big brother Mike on. Good to see you, Mike Lefford. Appreciate you coming on. So I'm moving on. I'm actually on to something. So it's about getting rid of it's about us. Well, it's about us securing our guns. It's about reducing the opportunities for people to get guns or acquire guns illegally. The second thing is to be able to find ways to get in between the situations of someone using a gun, well, somebody making a decision to use deadly force, and somebody executing that decision. And in between that is all of us who are supposedly so sick and tired, and we're sick and tired of wearing t-shirts, and we're sick and tired of going to funerals, and we're sick and tired of pouring our liquor down for our boys. We're sick and tired of the pain and all of that, but we're not sick and tired enough because we're not doing what is necessary to get in between some of these situations. And I'm just saying, Karen, I feel you. No, some of these people out here, I know some of these folks, they know a whole lot. And if they don't know a whole lot, they hear a whole lot. And so you know what? You say, you know what? Let me intervene. Sometimes it's just as much of a love, of a hug, of de-escalating. Hey, I know that they hurt your feelings. I know that they upset you. But it's not worth it. Your life means more than this. Because every time you have a deadly shooting incident, you have two lives that are lost. The life that was taken and the life that was wasted. Two lives. And so as a result, the corresponding effect on our community is that you now have the life of the person whose life was taken. You have a son, a brother, a husband, or certainly a father who won't be around to be with his children or to take care of his parents or take care of a spouse or significant other. On the other end, you have somebody who used the deadly force. And we're going to catch them, and you're going to go to jail. And so now you have a family, you have a spouse or a significant other, you have parents, you have children whose lives are also affected by that. It's more than just two people, because I might be more inclined to say, you know what, if you want to kill each other, more than the two lives that are affected. It's a whole community and village of people that are connected to this person that's hurt and traumatized by the actions of one or two people. So that is why we have to get, hey Angela, good to see you. We have to get in the middle of those situations. And the police can't do that. They can't. Because y'all say the police in your business. But you can help us. The city, and I've said this before, I'm committed to doing all that we possibly can. There is no reason why anybody right now in this economy should be looking for a job. They are hiring for people to learn how to read, for people to get support and resources. So you can't tell me it's because you're poor. You can't tell me it's because you can't read or you're not educated. You have a community here that is willing to help you do what it is that you want to be able to do. So that's why we need your help to get in between that situation. Now, this is why I get in trouble. The criminal justice system is a system. And unfortunately, we look at it at a very, very narrow view. All we think the criminal justice system is police. Police. And it's not. We make the arrest. They go to a jail. They go before prosecutors. They end up before judges and might end up going back into a criminal justice system. We need reform. I think that prosecutors might be doing the best they can. The judges might be doing the best they can. But we need a system in place that de-incentivizes gun violence. You never see folks playing around with guns or drugs at the federal level because they know that if they should not have a gun and they have a gun, they know it is going down. That's why they don't play with the federal system. Which is why lately, you know what? We've been going federal on some of this stuff. If it's not going to be prosecuted locally, then we're going to the feds. You understand what I'm saying? And so what we need from our state are laws that allow prosecutors and judges to make it more difficult. I mean, I'm a person for mandatory minimums. If you are engaged in gun violence and it's not deemed to be self-defense, that there is mandatory time involved with some judicial discretion. And I think the judicial discretion is necessary because there are often mitigating factors that the judge should have the ability to consider. Because what happens is that, well, we say mandatory minimum. You got 10 years. Well, there might have been some other issues here. And I think that we elect judges to be able to use their discretion and their judgment to be able to mitigate some of those factors. But I do think that how you do it, hey, if I'm going to carry this gun that's illegal, I'm going to think twice about it because I know if I get caught with it, I know I'm going to spend some time. We have got to change the way we think. If it is too easy for people to commit crimes with guns, then people will continue to commit crimes with guns. And so what you will hear me say is that we have to engage our state representatives and state senators, and it might be a little bit more difficult given our General Assembly, but we have to try. We have to try. And so the city, as long as we arrest them, and I'm proud of the Savannah Police Department because if you better in with some of these cold cases, but we have to say definitively, absolutely, as a community, that gun violence is not welcome here. And we as a community, if you're going to be violent and engage yourself in being violent, I am not beyond banning people banning our worst offenders from Chatham County. And you'll start hearing me talk more about that, because there are people who are continuously and routinely engaged in criminal activity. They have not shown a propensity to be able to live decently among civilized people. And so therefore, you need to live somewhere else. And it's not in our community. Good to see the loss of your husband. And we're glad that you're with us as well. So we have to do that. So there is a role for government to play. And what I've committed to, and I believe that our council has committed to, is we're going to give you every opportunity that we can to help you to intercede. I'll get to that in a minute. We're going to do everything we can to help you to be successful. Everything we can do. We're going to help you with employment if you need employment. We're going to help you with a job if you, with training if you need training. I would love to help people with substance abuse issues if we can. The state has cut that. I would like to help people with mental issues, because mental health is real, and we know that a lot of these young men often suffer from post-traumatic stress disorder. We should help. But if you don't want to receive the help, then we need to have a place for you to go. And it's outside this community. So there's a role for us, but we're not the whole kit caboodle. There's a role for you to play. And if we all are doing what we can in our lanes, we could turn this crime problem. What legislation would I like to see at the state level regarding firearms, particularly crimes committed with firearms? Thank you very much. That's a good question. So if I could wave a wand, the wand would be a couple of things. The first thing is that we would have common sense gun laws. You have to show the ability to responsibly own a firearm. That's the first thing. And there's going to be a background check. If you are engaged in illegal behavior, you can't get a gun. If you're involved in violent acts, you can't get one. If you're involved in domestic violence, you can't get one. If you have mental illness issues, you can't get one. So it's going to be difficult for you to get one. And that we are quick to take that right away if someone shows they can't be responsible. So that's the first thing. The second thing is that police officers would have the ability to be able to destroy firearms that they confiscate that have no evidentiary value, and the rightful owner cannot be located. Right now, we have to basically put them back out in the market. That doesn't make any sense. Thirdly, that if you are engaged, well, first of all, if you're a convicted felon and you have a firearm, you're going to do some time. Be very not have a firearm and you have a firearm, then you're going to do some time. The next thing, if you are engaged in gun violence, again, there's going to be a mandatory minimum with judicial discretion. Again, we're going to de-incentivize you having a gun. But on the other end, if you have served your crime and you've paid your debt to society, we're going to make it easier for you to restore your rights and to be able to have the ability to be a part of society. Voting, carrying a firearm, running for public office. Because I think it's both sides of that. It's a privilege, you take it away, and when you earn that privilege back, you get the privilege back. So that's what I would do. And that we would put some more money into that. And Reverend Moore, you're absolutely right. It is a community effort. Christiana says SPD is understaffed. We are. We're about 50 officers down, or so, but that's not necessarily unusual. We just swore in 16 today. We have another 30 coming. So I want to make sure that, I mean, police officer, and again, this is all over the country. Who wants to be the police nowadays? I was a police officer, but it was much different when I was a police officer. Who wants to be a police officer when everybody talking about they hate the police? So what we need young men and young women to do is do like I did. Become the police. If you say the police are not fair, the police are not representative of the community, then you do it. Become a police officer. So we're not understaffed enough that we cannot carry out duties. All of our beats are covered, and we have good coverage as evidence of our ability and our response time. So, it's an issue all over the place, but it's a great career. We think we start off with like $43,000 and full benefits. Retire at 55. You can't beat it. Do we have a big, Maria, do we have a big brother, big sister organization for mentoring? We have several of them, out there, a lot of mentoring organizations. I'm going to do one out. I'm going to do something about mentoring and get some groups out there that are doing it. So good to see you, Reverend Vaughn Jackson, and happy birthday to you. I hope you had a really wonderful day. So, I think it's two parts. There are young kids that we have to instill into them. I was reading to a group of kids the other day. They were at let me show you. I was reading it with some kids at Otis Brock Elementary School, and I was reading them a book called Good Night, Georgia. It's really a nice book. I'm gonna show y'all the book. And I showed in the book is a part about Savannah, so I had to show that page about Savannah. So it shows the river street, the boat, and all of that. So it says, good evening, Savannah River and Riverboat. Good evening, visitors. Enjoy the night. So just showing you that's about Savannah. So, but I was reading to these kids, and the point I'm trying to make is this. And I've really made it a point. And I think we should all do this. That's correct, that Reverend Morris. That's what they do. They shoot and then then later, I'm sorry. It's too late to be sorry. I want you, what I want people to do is take 10 seconds. I'm getting ready to pull the trigger. Let me think about it, and maybe I need to walk away. Hey, Julia, thanks for joining us. But I think good to see Rockin' Robin all the way from Kansas City, Missouri. But the point I want to make is this. I've made it a point that when I'm talking to young people, and we can all do this. You know what I tell young people? I tell them that, and I make it a point, you are wonderfully and beautifully made. You are an awesome person. Do you know how smart you are? Do you know how handsome you are? Do you know how pretty you are? Because I think that part of what we have to do as a community is to be able to we have to be able to reaffirm young people. Young people, hey Angel, young people put out what we put into them. And so much negativity is poured into young people that we have to do a better job of pouring affirmations into them. You are smart. You can perform at high levels. Yes. And what I realized is that oftentimes when I tell young people that, and I look at their eyes, and I look at their face, Evelyn, thank you for joining us, and I look at their faces light up, it dawns on me that sometimes young people don't hear that. And so if I'm telling you that you're smart, that there is power of life and death in the tongue, that with your tongue you can speak life into people. Raynell, good to see you. That you tell a young person that they're smart, and enough of us tell them that enough, even if they are not performing, they start to believe it and they become what we call them. We call them smart, they become smart. We call them beautiful, they act beautifully. We say they're handsome, they act handsome. And guess what? Smart people don't have time for gun violence. And if I've heard that I'm beautiful enough, you telling me that I'm not beautiful doesn't mean anything to me, because I know I'm beautiful. So just because you say I'm not fighting you over that. I'm just saying. Babe, you know why? People often ask me, when the people out there calling me names and all that foolishness, the fact of the matter was they said, how do you deal with that? Because the fact is, you can't tell me who I am when I know who I'm not. That's what I'm saying. You can say whatever you want to say about me, and if you notice, it doesn't bother me because I know who I am. I know. And so when people say crap about me and they say things about me that is not true, and they lie about me and all of that, I mean, I am so unbothered. You know why I'm unbothered? Because I know my worth. And I know my worth is because I grew up not only as a child, but as a young adult with people telling me that I can do anything that I put my mind and my heart to, and I'm willing to work for, and I'm willing to sacrifice. And guess what? I believe them. And I'm saying to you that part of our work is to be able to affirm them. That we're pouring into children who are not even our own. And Billy, I absolutely agree with you. You have to tell your young people that they're somebody. And let me tell you this. And I mean, and we have to do it. Let me tell you my personal affirmation. I have a couple of them, but we should all have affirmations. You know that? We should all, because even as adults, I mean, because we get to the point where we have adults that the young people with self-esteem issues become they become adults with self-esteem issues. And I submit to you that it's easier to build strong children than it is to fix broken men and women. That's what I'm saying? And so there's an affirmation that I say about myself, and sometimes I have to be able to remind myself because of how life is. Let me tell you what it is. I feel good. I feel good about myself. I feel good about others around me. I feel goodness all around me, and it shall follow me all the days of my life. Because I walk with good, and I talk with good, and I am good. Good, better, best. I'll never let it rest until my good is my better, and my better is my best. And that has stuck with me for years. I feel good about myself, even if I don't feel good about myself. I feel good about those around me, even if I don't always feel good about them. But I'm telling myself, I'm affirming to myself, I feel goodness all around me, even if it's not always good. But it will follow me all the days of my life. I walk with good. I talk with good. And then, even if you don't feel it, I am good. And that's good. And I remind myself of the plans that somebody has for me. Plans to prosper me and to give me a future. And so, therefore, when the foolishness comes, I'm able to handle that. And so, what we have to do is take the same attitude and start affirming our young people. And you know what? I tell even older guys now, man, look, you better than this, man. You better than this. Doing this as a community. Because we have to build the emotional quotient, the emotional capacity of people. We have a city full of men that life and society have broken. Life had not been necessarily good to them. Life had not necessarily been fair to them. Life might have been dealt them a really, really bad hand. They're mad and they're angry about it. They're upset about it. They feel disillusioned about it. They don't feel as if their life has any purpose or any meaning. And if my life doesn't have purpose or meaning, I don't care about my life. I'm not going to care about your life. So it doesn't mean anything for me to shoot you because my life means nothing to me. The reason why Van is not going to shoot you is because my life means something to me. So therefore, because I respect my life, I'm going to respect yours, even if I don't like you. That's the point. That's where we are. And as a community, we're going to have to do better. But it's more than the city government. And I refuse to allow people to think that it's just the city of Savannah. Y'all got to do something about people pulling out guns and shooting each other. No. And as for me, and I can only speak for me, I didn't say I was going to come and be anybody's savior. I was going to come and serve. We as a community have to get back to the village. We have to start fortifying our village. We have to start building our bench. We have to start strengthening our young people. And that's something all of us can do. Tell them they're smart. Tell them they're important. Tell them they're precious. Tell them they mean something. Tell them you is kind. Tell them you is smart. Tell them you is important. And when you tell them that enough, they remember it. And with the life and death and the power of the tongue, and you're speaking greatness over them, they believe it and they become great. If you tell them that life has meaning, then they believe that and that life has meaning. So that's where we are today. We as a community have to continue to wrap our arms around people, because sometimes we damage people by how we treat people. And we have to stop being so mean and nasty to each other. We have to stop being so disrespectful of one another. We have to start viewing each other as members of our human family, worthy of respect, even if we don't always get it. This week, I'll tell you this, I was at an event, and so somebody was at this event, and they were just talking loud, and they were calling me names because they wanted me to react. And I'm sitting there like, I'm going to let you continue looking stupid if that's what you want to do, because you can call me names. But until you control when I wake up in the morning and when I go to sleep, until you can control how many hairs are on my head and you can name each one, until you can control how fast my heart beats or regulate the blood flowing through my veins, until you can control my blood pressure or my blood sugar or my cholesterol, then you don't have that kind of meaning in my life. And so I'm not going to allow myself to get down on your level to play in the mud with you. Because when I do that, then I'm in your territory. And I'm not a muddy person. And so we have to teach our young people and some of our older people, because some of our folks, older folks, are full of drama too. We have to be able to not get messy, not get dirty. And we have to start modeling the behavior that we want our young people to see. Some of us cuss because our parents was cussing. Some of us beat our spouses or significant others because that's what we saw our parents do. Some of us are victims of domestic violence because that's what we've seen our parents do. Beloved, what I'm saying to you is our children will be what they see. Our children will be what they hear. And for us, again, being very clear, there is a city of Savannah responsibility, and we will do the things we have to do. There is a Savannah Police Department responsibility, and they will do what they must do. But there's also a criminal justice system. There's a prosecutorial responsibility, and hopefully they'll do what they're supposed to do. And there is a judicial responsibility, and hopefully they'll do what they're charged to do. And there is a correctional or rehabilitative aspect to that, and hopefully they will do what they're supposed to do. But there's also a community aspect, and we must do what we must do. We cannot be around complaining about everything and not doing a doggone thing to be involved. We can't sit around and look at people we know are on the brink of losing it, that we know is carrying an illegal gun, and then you want to sit there and cry because your child was involved with it, but you knew the kid was walking around with a gun all the time. I'm just saying, there is a role for us to play. And I'm hoping that you and I, together with our community, if everybody is doing their part, working together, we can stop crime in this city. And I wake up every single morning because I'm confident that we can do it. I feel good about myself. No, I feel good. I feel good about myself. I feel good about the people around me. I feel goodness all around me, and it shall follow me all the days of my life. Because I walk with good, and I talk with good, and I am good. And that is good, good, good. Good, better, best. I will never let it rest until I am good. My good is my better, and my better is my best. For I know the plans I have for you, said the Lord. Plans to prosper you, man, and not to harm you. Plans to give you a hope and a future. You got to get to the future. You got to get to the prospering. It's not destined for you to be harmed. He knows the plans he has for you. But we have to get kids from the harm to getting to the prospering. And I'm confident and hopeful that we will be able to do that. But as always, we do it together. So, God bless you all. Thank you so much. And I guess I'm going to go home at some point and get my life together. But thank you. Week number 83 is in the books. We will see you next week. Thanks so much. Good night, everybody.